What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. I've been messing around with the new Centurion's holster, and I really wanted to try and put together a build that made sense for this. I've never really been a fan of weapon swapping. I don't know about you, let me know in the comments down below. But I kind of just went, what I think it's just a little bit crazy, right? I was struggling to build in any kind of survivability, and I just thought, you know what, I'll just go the opposite end of the spectrum and just go with huge DPS. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. Right, okay, so this is, I don't know if I would advise running this build. I've just run it. It's crazy. It does huge damage, but there's no CC, there's no armor. Well, there's a tiny bit. There's 10% armor on kill. That's it. There's no blues, and I mean, you could build blues into it if you really wanted to, but it's all over the place, really. It's just a little bit crazy. Now, I am going to change something with you live now, before I go and run it again. I did, even with this gun firing at 1849, RPM. It didn't build the striker stacks enough for the chest piece in heroic. Like, I did get over half every now and again, but it just doesn't feel worth running it. Maybe in countdown, maybe in a group, I guess, because you'll get more enemies and things like that. But I really was kind of interested in this, the 15% extra magazine size from these gloves. And that was really my reasoning behind running it. But instead, I'm going to switch out to the striker's gloves, and I would put in here a Sokolov chest piece. Now, I could actually negate that a little bit, actually, and give myself a little bit more survivability and put in a PS chest piece. And then I could roll that blue to make for ease. But we're not going to for now. We're going to stick with the all-out damage. Now, I think we're over on crit chance now because of how easy it is to get to the top. We'll look at the stats. 59. Yeah, okay. And then we can put this into crit damage. Now, you'll be wondering why I'm running 2 SMGs. And it's just kind of like a nonsensical, thing to run. The Dark Winter's so good. Check out my previous video. I'll link it down below. But also, I wanted to check out the crazy RPM, because if we go into the Centurion Scabbard, if you get your Ouroboros on the first buff, 20% rate of fire and 20% weapon damage, it's wild. Absolutely wild. And then we get the second buff at 50% magazine size and 50% reload speed for the Dark Winter. It's crazy. It takes a little bit of swapping around to make sure you get the right buff on the right one, but it's pretty crazy. And I kind of liked the idea of running the striker's chest because I wanted to put Bloodsucker on, which would give me far more survivability. But we've got a revive hive. We're not too bothered about dying. If we die every now and again, it's kind of fine. But you need to be able to complete the mission. I do think this build's nonsensical. I don't know. The holster, I can't, as much as, as good as it looks and as nice as the stats are, I just can't seem to come up with a build for it that makes any kind of sense. Maybe Hunter's Fury, because that has armor on kill built in, and we can still run Gunner as well. So we will try that in another video, and I think that will be the one that will obviously win out. All right, so what we need to look at here is, before we start, we want the magazine size and the reload speed on the Dark Winter and the rate of fire on the Ouroboros, right? So we're going to go here now. We're going to reload, and at the moment you can see that's going to give me the rate of fire on the Dark Winter. If we swap, that's going to give this a huge magazine. Yes, it is. So let's flip to me gun. Let the buff run out, because it's the pistol. I'm going to press 2 this time, and that's okay. Yeah, that's right now. And then we're going to get the big magazine on the Dark Winter. Yep, we are. Now this one's still, yep, and we got the rate of fire Does it give us the rate of the new rate of fire? Nah, it's 1849. Okay. Okay, now we've got it all set up. Let's give it a go. I don't really know what to expect. I don't really feel like this will work too well. Strikers just doesn't seem, it's just not a good fit with it, right? But we are just kind of looking at flexing that that rate of fire. Oh, that's wild. Hunter's Fury is definitely going to be the way to go with this. Like, yeah, definitely going to be the way to go with this. The extra, you know, weapon handling and rate of fire from Strikers. Although Strikers does more damage, I mean, it's just not really worth. And like I said, we're lacking survivability a bit as well. I mean, it's just crazy. The Ouroboros obviously got spanked in the update, but yeah, I mean, that's insane. It's max stats, you know, Obliterate's maxed out. Strikers maxed out. It's just, yeah, it's absolutely insane. So, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say this would be my go-to build. It's nice to play with and have a go, but I think I would probably, yeah, switch the things around. But I really just did want to kind of spec into this because you get 15% rate of fire here, you see, with 15% weapon handling. Obviously, weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage. I'll flip for the other pieces, then you can see what I've got were crit damage on the backpack. Then on the gloves, we've got weapon damage, crit damage. And on the knees, weapon damage, crit damage. Then we use the PS chest piece because we wanted the 10% armor on kill because we was trying to survive at least a little bit. Weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage with obliterate. And then we use the Centurion scabbard that comes with weapon handling and crit chance as well. Now, obviously, I could build some blues into that, but that was kind of not really what the video was about. You could run this if you wanted to. I just think it would suit Hunter's Fury much better, and it will give us a few more options on, you know, backpacks and chest pieces and things like that. We are going to have to run a Hunter's Fury backpack or chest so for this to work, but we'll do that in the next video. The good thing about running these two together, although, you know, we do get some ammo regeneration, obviously, from this. You are going to have to watch your ammo a little bit. You do burn through it, but we are super powerful. And I wouldn't usually recommend running two guns like this together either. But the Dark Winter is just so good right now. So I'd probably run the Dark Winter and maybe the Scorpio or something like that. I mean, you could switch out for your Strager. But if you look at this with the stats, you can switch between these two guns. As long as you put the right mods on the Dark Winter, you don't have to alter your crit chance at all, which is super interesting. So if you look at my Dark Winter mods, you can see we've got crit chance, the extra rounds, crit damage, and crit chance, just to make it kind of all line up. And it just kind of works kind of nice. If we flipped to something else, perhaps like the St. Elmo's engine, does that still line in? So no, it doesn't line in with the St. Elmo's engine, and it had good mods. I guess this doesn't have crit chance mods. That's only 5%. So again, that's going to fall off. So you're probably going to have to put something, you know, either like a Scorpio in there or a high-end assault rifle or something like that, where you can stack into some extra crit chance so that the stats are not way off. But that's going to be it for the video. It's just more of a, let's have a look, because Strikers gives extra RPM as well. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below what you're running. I might check it out. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, agents. Goodbye.